Welcome back. Stuart Kennedy taking on Matt Banting in Heat 9 of Round 2 here at the drug-aware Margaret River Pro. Stu Kennedy kicked off the year in fine form, making it all the way to the semi-finals at the Quicksilver Pro. At Snapper Rocks, looked deadly. Matt Banting, he's made a return from injury, missed most of last season. He had a wave early on here. Looked good in the first round, threw down one of the best airs of the contest so far, but didn't get the heat win, so finds himself here up against Stuart.
Well, we went from waves that were really producing some sections that were great for power surfing, but now we're slowly seeing these guys kind of draw their attention towards sections where you could punt. So I wouldn't be surprised, definitely getting the nod there. 2 strong maneuvers for Stuart. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys start even purposely looking for closeouts, just for one big punt.
Both these guys definitely know how to get those big tail high air reverses happening. I think the jerseys just handbraked him a little bit, but to be fair, he's really only getting his first full crack at the tour in 2016, so we'll see how he fares as he strings together a couple of moves and takes an awkward fall on the inside.
That was really weird. Here's Stuart right behind him.
Stu Kennedy goes to the air, almost rides out of that move, just gets a little caught up in the wind. A former tour competitor himself was almost just chuckling and shaking his head watching competitors paddle out last year in big conditions here at Mainbreak, as we see Matt on the replay.
Wow, that was weird. Just a big old boil there. That shallow part of the reef created all that ripple and turbulence, and Matt just got caught off guard. There's the pop. I like that approach right there. So, you know, he's just quickly trying to get that tail into the wind.
New South Wales, mid-north coast, and some great waves around that area. And Matt up at the moment, racing with plenty of speed, looking for the air section. Not too psyched on launching over that dry rock though.
Not at all. Yeah, it wasn't a great section to boost. That's why he kind of just had a little look over his shoulder and decided, I'm out of here. So, you know, you need a landing. And as you said right there, he would have been punting into an awkward, kind of a throaty section with basically a rock staring at him, just to make sure you're ready to fight.
Stu Kennedy's got that same act as he digs into an insider that's got pretty good form. Nice little floating re-entry to finish that one off. He's going to get back to the open face and just stick one more little move there on the end section. 20.5 minutes to go, and Matt Banting behind him. He gets the opportunity to release that tail. High risk move there. Pulled his board back out from under the water and got out of there just in time.
Again, you can see their attention running. They're all looking for that section to punt on. But Matt keeping the flow up. 2 very light-footed maneuvers, but pretty cool looking as he skimmed across it, releasing the fins. So 3 moves. It's got that 7.57. Was that the score for that last wave?
That's the score for that wave.
There you go. That's pretty big. And there's the heavier footed approach from Stewie. Right there, you could tell he wanted to go for an air, and that lip just kind of shut down before he could get to that ramp. But still, he recovered nicely and tagged it. So decent flow, but you can definitely see their attentions looking up. They want to find those ramps.
Matt Banting getting the better of Stu Kennedy on that last exchange. Matt out in front. Stu needs a 7.08 at this stage.
Well, Alejo, we're stoked to see you back and stoked to see you into round 3.
Thank you, Rosie. Alejo not back to his best, and I think that was reflected in the scoreline, but getting a heat win with a smart approach over Coyote, as we see Stu Kennedy with 16.5 minutes to go in Heat 9. Maybe put together his best ride, but he's going to end up on the rocks as well. Matt Banting, he's finding an answer behind each of Stu's rides at the moment, and he might have just bettered him here again. Needs that big finish, plants that move. These guys are really taking on this inside.
So up first, Matt Banting. Talked about how he's pretty light-footed, so already skipping the fins in that first turn. Off the top on the second one, so decent. but no real dagger. And easily his best maneuver was that closeout section right there. That's the kind of section you want out here, something coming at you where you can really belt it. But overall, kind of took it easy on that wave. But no mistake from Matt. Heavier turn right there, much more committed, a lot of rail in the water. Clean wrap for Stewie. So I'm seeing more damage done, even though just a tiny bobble on that little cutback. And then the bummer for Stuart is that finish was awkward on the rocks. So 2 strong openers, but not the finish that Matt had.
Stu Kennedy gets a 6.53. It's a 7.57. We're actually waiting for Matt's last score to drop. A 7.33 for that last wave. So Banting out in front. Stu needs an 8.37. Here goes Banting now. Without priority. Looking to step things up. His last ride of 7.33 is still going to remain in his scoreline as Stu Kennedy goes on the surge for an 8.37. Digs into this first section, brings that tail all the way around. With just the one manoeuvre. 10 minutes 45 seconds to go. Keep in mind that Miguel Pupo made the semi-finals on the Gold Coast last year and didn't re-qualify via the CT. He didn't make the top 22 at the end of the year, so it's not a guarantee when you get your year off to a great start that you're going to be there. 8 minutes to go. Stu's got some real problems here because Matt Banting, he looks like he's surfing with more confidence than he has in any other heat throughout 2016. And he's going to take to the air with a massive air reverse. He had that thing. He got his board back under his feet, but that wind is so strong, I think it just pushed him a little bit behind the actual face of the wave. He couldn't get his way back into it, but he was on his way to a huge score.
He was planted, absolutely planted to his board.
Here goes Kennedy. After an 8.37, first turn is right on the money. Second turn a little slow, but still has some room to move and gets himself a finish right there on the rocks on the inside. Not really what you'd call a complete finish, but he'd already done quite a bit of damage on that ride, but an 8.37 is a big score.
That's just ridiculous.
Replace the 6.53 with something better. He might be sweet going into the final 5 minutes. That first turn was sick.
Really nice. You know, he's definitely surfing way stronger than Matt Banting. A lot more power, threw a ton of spray. Just getting, again, a little unlucky with a nice, exciting finish. One section just to cap it off. You know, I don't think he's going to get the score he needs. He might make his job a little easier, though.
It's just dropped Ross to 6.77. He now needs an 8.13, making his way to the takeoff zone. Matt Banting out the back with priority and the heat lead. Here goes Stu. You can see that wind is just really howling at the moment. Kennedy's going to try and take to the air here. A little reverse. But he won't score big with the judges. It was just missing a couple of elements when you think about the criteria for an excellent score for an individual turn. But as you can see here, 15 seconds to go. Matt Banting still holding that priority and only one more wave approaching the lineup here. Matt should take this ride. Having a look at it. He's going to swing. And this will see him through to the next round. The young surfer from Port Macquarie. Getting work done here against Stu Kennedy, one of the more hyped surfers on the CT this season. And Matt into the third round for the first time this year.